In the last video, we saw how we can run the test using Maven command mvn space test, but at that time we must need to include this keyword test, right? So we must need to add this thing. So what will happen if we don't want to add that thing, but I want to run this test? So like for example, this is a test case, right? I want to run this file, but this file doesn't have this thing. So let me rename this thing so that we can easily check. So right click, refactor, and then I'm going to rename. I'm going to change the name like this part. It was before like this. I'm going to press the finish button to save it. The file is fine, right? But if we try to run the command again, it will not run properly, right? It will not give anything like how many test cases pass or fail. It is not giving us. So at that time we need to add a block of code inside this POM file. We need to add some file, like we need to add the build configuration over here. Then only we can check whether it is working proper. Then the program will work properly. Then it will decide whether how to like which test cases it will run. Basically the program can decide easily. Now I'm going to open the POM file by double clicking. The POM file will be opened. I'm going to maximize this thing. So here if we scroll, this is a dependency block, right? So next to it we can configure the build block. Okay, so I'm going to write the build code. So this is the build, and here this is a starting and closing tag. So here we need to define some plugin so that it can run it. So I'm going to jump to the Safari browser, and then I'm going to run the like Safari browser. I'm going to search mvn repository, and here is the site, and inside this like site I'm going to search on plugin. It is called Maven Surefire Plugin. So if we type this thing and search, then we'll find a couple of things are there. So these plugins we need to use this to run the test cases. So I'm going to click here, and here it is a Surefire plugins. So if we click here, the latest version, it is coming like this. So I'm going to copy the entire code block, which is the dependency block here, which has group ID, artifact ID, version. This is the Maven repository, right? That's right. So I'm going to open Eclipse editor, and inside this build we just need to define the plugins. Okay, so that is plugin basically. So I'm going to use this plugins tag, and inside this we just need to define the plugin. So now we need to add that dependency. So I'm going to add that thing here, and then here it is showing dependency, this thing dependency. Okay, we don't need dependency here because I'm going to add this as plugin, right? So I'm going to remove it. So here I can format the code a little bit like this. Okay, so it's almost like the dependency how we added, but here we added the plugins. So this is the group ID, org Apache Maven plugins, and artifact ID, this thing, Maven Surefire, this thing. Okay, so once we complete this thing, we need to add the configuration now. So I'm going to add a configuration here. So this is the configuration I'm going to add. So inside this configuration file, we need to add which file I need to run. So that's why we have to use include tag. So include is includes. So this is the tag we need to use, includes, and inside it we need to mention which file I want to run. So I'm going to run like include. Here we need to add the file. So here if we go there, we can write the whole name, full name, basically this thing, or we can write short way like this way. So the ending file name is like test ng, right? So .java. So this is the file, right? But test.ng file is located some folder, right? So we can make this shorter like this way, slash, then here. But before this test.ng there is some letters are there, so we can also put another star. So any location where the file name is like this, then it will run. Okay, I mean the Maven will try to run it. Okay, once we complete this thing, we can save it. Now let's open the terminal and let's try to build or compile. So I'm going to write the command mvn, then we can compile it first. So I'm going to run the compile command, and here it is showing build success. Now let's try to run it. So same way I'm going to run mvn, then test, and then hit enter key. And here we see everything is running properly, and here all test is still running, and here it is giving me the correct output. Test run 5, failure 0, error 0. That means this test run is successful. So this is another approach we can do. We can create a plugin, and inside this plugin we can actually add this plugin, Maven Surefire Plugin, to run the project. So here we just added our dir, and here if you want to run some other test, like other test cases also, we can do the same way, like this way, and then it will be running once we run this command basically in the terminal, then it will run those things. So this is one approach. So we can also configure like this way. And now I will show you another approach in the next video, where I will create manually external file to configure everything over there, and from there we can run it.